Hey everybody, and welcome into another edition of On the Road with the AHSAA Radio Network. Brett and Lauren here at Spain Park High School. We've traveled up here to Birmingham again for the game of the week. Spain Park and Chelsea. Lauren, a battle of two undefeated teams. Going to be a great matchup here on Thursday night.
No doubt about it. Spain Park is known for being a wonderful football program. Same thing for Chelsea. They both have great programs to really boast about. I'm excited to see what happens Thursday. Yeah,
beautiful facilities here at Spain Park. About to go over right over the hill here and talk to the coach. He's been here for 3 years. They dropped down from 7A to 6A just like Chelsea, and it's been good to both teams. And but this is really for the region. I mean, if you look at it, these two teams are undefeated. If they can hold serve from here on out, the winner of this game is probably going to be the region champion.
I know that they are biting their nails. Everybody's excited to come and support their team. And here at this facility, everything about this place already screams a lot of pride. You can tell that these Jaguars are ready to play this Thursday night and to bring home the win.
Absolutely. And we're going to get out of this area and go a little bit outside the city limits of Hoover and go see a natural preserve, hiking trails, 360 plus acres of natural terrain that you can go and hike and kind of just get out of the hustle and bustle of the city. And then we got a cool place we're going to go eat at today. It's one of our favorite parts of what we do is going to find the local yokel joint in every community, and Salvatore's Italian. Just from what I read and what I saw, I can't wait.
Well, we've had a little bit of everything. So we've had burgers, we've had barbecue, we've had Mexican food. So it was a no-brainer. We had to have Italian food. We had to.
And you picked it, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how good Lauren did on this one. I think she did a really good job. I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb on that one. All right, our program brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation and Drive Safe Alabama. Again, thanks to them for providing us the opportunity to travel around our beautiful state, go to all of these venues and travel all of these roads, the back roads that you and I find ourselves on sometimes, and in our interstates. But we want to remind everybody to be safe. And we know there's a major teen audience that watches this program. So I want to kind of give you some facts. That's what we want to do every week. In 2022, teen drivers were involved in more than 25,000 crashes on Alabama roads. I know that's a sad fact, but we've got to relay that. We want that number to go down. 80 of those crashes were fatal. And the number one defense on the road is wearing your seatbelt, Lauren. Wearing your seatbelt's the best defense on the road. Almost 60% of people dying in crashes on Alabama roads were not wearing their seatbelt, and many of those crashes were survivable. So we want you to slow down. No sense to get in a hurry, even if you're behind. It's better to show up late than not ever.
Right.
And put your phones down. Don't text and drive. The hands-free law, I want to remind everybody about that. But put your seatbelt on when you get in your car.
That's right. There's a reason that those buzzards go off every time that we get in our own vehicle when we're traveling these roads. Brett and I both look at one another. The buzzard's going off is saying, hey, buckle your seatbelt. You got to adhere to that. You got to listen to that because it is for your own safety.
Excited to be up here in Hoover, Alabama. We are about to hit the road, so stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hey! Alabama has a hands-free driving law, which means you can't hold your mobile phone while you drive. And you can only use a single finger or swipe to answer a call. And you can't send or read a text message or watch or record video. It's a part of Alabama's Code of the Road, and knowing it helps you follow it. You can check out the law at drivesafealabama.org.
When we get home, right?
Right.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
All right, we're here at Spain Park High School here in the weight room with Coach Tim Vakakes. Coach, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day. Big game coming up on Thursday with Chelsea. Both of you guys are undefeated, but great season so far for you guys.
It is. I mean, our kids they're responding, as a confident group, and it means a lot to them. And that's one thing we worked on in the off season is getting these kids to play for each other instead of with, because there's a difference, and we talk about that all the time. When you're playing with somebody, that's just your teammate. But when you're playing for somebody, they depend on you, and you depend on them. So I think that's where we've seen the most growth in our program. We got kids that want to be successful for the guy next to them, and so far so good. We got a really good coaching staff that they've made me a better coach every day, and we got a good thing going so far.
Yeah, you guys are ranked up there in the top of the state, and kind of talk about this region that you guys play in. Some really good football teams in this region. I've already played a couple of those good teams. You played a good James Clemens team a couple of weeks ago on the road, a team in 7A that you guys are used to playing. It's where you've played a lot of your football in school history. But kind of talk about the season to this point and the success you guys have had.
Well, I mean, you look at who we've played. We've played some really good programs, and going to the Met and beating Hoover, obviously was big for our kids. Right. And, James Clements going to their place, and it was raining, and it was just awful weather, and they jumped out on us pretty hard. And Coach McGee does such a good job with that program. And, to come out of there with a win, it spoke a lot of, about our kids and coaches. Nobody panicked. And in region games, we went to Helena, and it was kind of a rainy night that night, and I live in Helena, so I know a lot about my nephew's a snapper on the team, so I know a lot about Helena too. Right. And they got after our tails, and it was a heck of a ball game. And then Benjamin Russell came here, and Coach Grider does a good job. So we've, I feel like we've been challenged, and we've had to play from behind, we've had to come back, and we've had big leads, lost it, and we had to hang on a couple times. So it's, so far in our 6 games, we've had a little bit of everything, and our kids keep responding, and we're excited, and hopefully we can put it to use Thursday night at home.
Got beautiful facilities here at Spain Park. You chose for us to be in the weight room, and I thought what you said was really, really meaningful. You said this is where our program starts. I think that's the mindset for most any football program. Kind of talk about your all season and what you guys do when football season's not in.
Well, we talk about it all the time. I mean, the heavyweight fighters, they all have their favorite punch, whether it's a uppercut or a jab, whatever. The champions have chins. And I feel like what we do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis develops that chin. We are in the weight room 4 days a week, in season, out of season. This week is our max week, so like we're always going to get our 4 lifts in a week. And, right now we have 53 kids out of 110 who are power cleaning at least 225 pounds. Wow. And we're maxing this week, and I think we're going to pick up a few more, so we might get close to 60. So, we maxed this morning on incline, and a handful of our guys' maxes went up, and so we're always trying to get stronger. And I feel like that, that's helped us down the road in these fourth quarter games, last few minutes of the the games, and we still had a little juice left. So, our kids work. They don't complain. That's just they know that's what we do. Embrace it. They get protein every day, so we put a big emphasis on that because, you can't really control how tall you're going to get. Yeah, right. You can't, but, you can make every kid get as strong as they can be. And, there's so much goes into this weight room of personal growth. Like all their maxes, whatever, they did that. Nobody did it for them. A parent didn't do it. A coach didn't do it. Their teammate didn't do it. They did it. So, I just think it creates a toughness of a football program that in those moments – you can lean on because you're used to doing a lot of hard things. And our kids so far responded, but I think they embrace what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Coach, I've seen you guys play a couple times this year. You got a big offensive line. You got a 2-headed monster at tailback back there, 2 really, really good running backs. You got a great quarterback there that's verbally committed to Clemson. I know he's got a couple more years. And you got an outstanding receiver out there on the edge. And kind of just talk about your offense a little bit.
Well, I think a lot of it, starts and stops with Brock Bradley. When you have a quarterback that can do the things he does, it helps. But, we have 3 seniors in the offensive line. Our center, Jackson Bell, has been starting for 3 years. And, he got thrown in the fire as a 10th grader at center playing in the SEC West at 215 pounds. So he kind of got thrown in the fire, and we call him Coach Bell because he's smarter than I am. But, yes, Corey Barber's a really good receiver. We got Mitchell Frazier as a senior. Dakari and CJ are pretty good tailbacks. So we just try to, we try to maximize what they can do. And while we try to keep it simple for the O-line, Brock has a lot of leeway in what he can do. So far it's worked, and, our kids are executing at a high level, and hopefully we can keep that up on Thursday.
Big game Thursday. You got an undefeated Chelsea team. Both of you guys moved down from 7A to 6A. It's been good to you guys. You guys are both of you are undefeated, setting up to be a really good matchup. I know coaches don't like this part, but I look back at the history, and you guys haven't lost to Chelsea, and I know that's one of the things that you guys don't really pay attention to. You just, next man up, next game up. But just kind of talk about this Chelsea team that'll be coming in here Thursday.
Well, I've known Coach Cassidy a long time, ever since he was at Pleasant Grove and I was at Fairfield, my dad. And so we've coached against each other a while, and he's a really good person, and he's a good friend of mine, and he does a really good job. I've been singing his praises for a few years, even when we were in 7A and they were struggling. I think he does one of the best jobs around here with the kids he gets. And he's got those kids playing very confident, and they got a very physical running game, and they got some big D linemen. One of them on number 9 is just a really good football player, and so it's going to be, they're going to come in here, primed and ready, and we have to match that because he's going to have those guys ready. They're going to try to get physical and run the ball right at us and see if we can stop them, and they're going to do some stuff on defense and send pressures, and I feel like we got to have a good week of practice. If not, they're going to be one step closer to being region champions for Thursday night.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking time out. Again, beautiful facilities. Going to be a great football game highlighted here on the statewide network on Thursday. It's going to be a treat for everybody to watch. Appreciate your time. Good luck to you, okay?
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Coach.
Alabama has a hands-free driving law, and that means you can't hold your mobile phone while making a call. Oh, and no writing messages, recording, or watching videos either. Plus, you can only use a single button or swipe of a finger to answer a call. So what's a driver to do? Alabama's hands-free driving law is in effect. Follow it.
I'm a person too.
With Amana brand, there's a level of trust. Trust that our quality products are reliable and innovative and backed by an outstanding warranty, letting you focus on what matters most. So it's no surprise that the Amana brand S-Series heating and cooling system provides comfort that blends with your lifestyle. It's slim, smart, quiet, and energy efficient. Exactly the kind of year-round comfort you'll feel, but hardly notice. Take comfort. It's an Amana brand.
All right, Lauren, we're in Hoover, Alabama, here for the Spain Park Chelsea matchup, and once again, it's our favorite time of the week.
It is.
You found a hidden gem right here in Hoover, Alabama.
We're getting more. We're getting more. Oh my God. Yes, and we'll take it.
This is what it's all about. Thank you so much. As we're trying to highlight what she's already brought out here, she just keeps bringing more and more. We're in Salvatore's in Hoover. I don't know if I've ever seen Italian any better than this.
I mean, if it tastes as good as it smells, it's going to be amazing. There needs to be smell-o-vision.
Well, guess what? They'll just have to come and smell it for themselves.
They will.
We're excited. We got a calzone, a mushroom, and spinach pizza. We got a meat lovers pizza. We got pasta here. Look
spaghetti.
At the meatballs on that spaghetti.
That is
unbelievable.
Literally, the moment we walked in, I saw them in the back, and I'm like, those meatballs, Brent, are the size of a baseball.
Unbelievable. I mean, this place has been here since 1993. Mm-hmm. It's got a great history. Salvatore's dad immigrated here from Italy in the 30s and 40s.
Wow.
I think somewhere around the late 30s, early 40s. And then was in New York for the 50s through the 70s. And then his son, Salvatore, came here, opened this restaurant in 1993. And you saw the beautiful lady coming in service. That's his daughter.
Oh my gosh.
And so, I mean, in the family, this is what we look for when we go on the road each and every week. And
Yeah.
You nailed this one, Lauren. This one's you knocked this one out of the park.
Well, every week, like you said, we look for these mom and pop places. We want something that's not necessarily a franchise. No offense to the franchises, but we want something that's just more hometown.
Right.
So if you guys ever have a suggestion of somewhere we should go, our viewers need to let us
Do
know.
we have somebody else coming to join us?
My gosh. She said they're Italian, they like to eat, so
Well, here it is.
I'm not mad about it. Let's dig in.
You love to sample. I love to sample. We're going to get to sample all of it.
All
Come
of
to
it.
Salvatore's here in Hoover, Alabama for some outstanding Italian food.
So good.
With Amana brand, there's a level of trust, letting you focus on what matters most. So it's no surprise that the Amana brand S-Series heating and cooling system is exactly the kind of year-round comfort you'll feel, but hardly notice. Take comfort. It's an Amana brand.
Okay, Lauren, we've traveled just a little bit on the outskirts of Hoover. So, you know, when you're in the big city, you're trying to figure out, can you get away for just a little? Is there a close enough place that I can go find a hiking trail, kind of get in touch with nature? Moss Point Hiking Trail, Moss Point Preserve is the place to go. It's only 2 miles really right outside the city. And man, is this place beautiful or what?
It is so pretty. And actually, when we were driving up through here, I was like, I never even knew this was out here. And I hope that there are more people that will figure out about this place because, like you said, it is stunning out here.
It's a neat little community out here. There's a couple of restaurants. There's some neighborhoods going up. And, of course, Hoover's growing. I mean, it's continuing to grow. This place has been growing for 40 years. But a nice preserve that people can come to walk. I think there's 349 acres here. There's beautiful streams. There's rocks for people that like to climb rocks. A lot of rock climbers out there. There's a lot of different things that you can do here at the preserve just to kind of get away. I mean, as we were filming, we saw a jet take off. There's another one right there behind us. So that just shows you how close we are to the airport and to downtown Hoover. But you don't have to go very far to find a place to get away from the big city and the bustle and come out here and kind of be with nature.
Right, and as we were driving up here too, we looked around. It's a beautiful drive, even just to where we're standing. I can see in the next few months, we were talking about the leaves changing. It's going to be so pretty out here during the fall. I may have to come back myself and just walk through some of this just to see the scenery because it's something to see. During the fall, we need to come out and really enjoy nature because these leaves change. People are going to love to take photo ops out here.
When is it going to actually turn fall? I mean, we're here in mid-October, Lauren, and it still feels like midsummer. It's hot out here today, but you're right. That drive coming in here in a few weeks and on into November is going to be gorgeous.
It is going to be so pretty. And like I said, photo ops will be great out here. I'm somebody that takes a lot of pictures. I can see you bringing your family out here in a really neat outfit and taking pictures with all the trees. All of the water scenes back here are really beautiful. So definitely, if you're in the Hoover area, this is somewhere to just come relax and enjoy.
Looking forward to going on some of these trails here in just a few minutes. We just got done with a great lunch at Salvatore's. Man, it was great food. You saw it just a minute ago. Now we're going to go walk some of this off.
Yeah, exactly. We got to lose some of these carbs.
No doubt.
No business being out there. Terrible.
You know, I'm a person too.
Helena High School traveled to Tuscaloosa last week to take on Northridge High School in Class 6A volleyball action. Outside hitter Addison Dockery had a big performance in the match and was strong all week for the Huskies. She not only led Helena, coached by Amanda Livingston, to a 3-0 victory over the Jaguars, she also helped her team beat Central Tuscaloosa and Spain Park to finish 3-0. Dockery, a freshman, had 33 kills during the stretch of wins, surpassing 1,000 kills for her career. She also had 22 digs, 5 aces, and a block. We check in next on the McGill-Tulane Catholic versus Bayside Academy battle of the AHSAA's two winningest teams in the AHSAA. The defending Class 7A state champion Dirty Dozen, coached by Kate Wood, have won 23 state championships, and the Admirals of Coach Ann Schilling have won a national record 31 AHSAA state titles with 21 in a row, also a national record. That streak was snapped in 2023. The two coaches came into the season with 2,333 coaching wins between them. McGill-Tulane won this grueling match 2-1, with senior Paris McWhirter leading the way with 7 kills. Catherine McLean had 6 kills and 7 digs. Sophomore setter Alice Wood had 3 aces for the Yellow Jackets. Haley Robinson led Bayside with 7 kills, while Mary Catherine Whitehurst had 11 digs for the Admirals. McGill-Tulane improved to 33-8, and Bayside was 28-8 after the match. The much-anticipated Class 6A Region 7 football clash at Coleman came down to a dramatic finish. Cooper Lofton scored on a 1-yard run to give the Bearcats, coached by Danny Stiff, an early lead, and Hartzell tied the game midway through the 4th period on a touchdown pass from Noah Lee to receiver Kane Falciani to tie the game 7-7. It then came down to a 31-yard field goal on the last play of the game by Hartzell's place kicker Michael Sumners, as the Tigers of Coach Burton Newton improved to 5-1 with the 10-7 win. We head next to the Class 5A Region 7 battle between Fairview and Russellville at Golden Tiger Stadium, where 99 points were scored in a game that came down to a winning 2-point conversion in the 3rd overtime by the Aggies. Fairview escaped with the 50-49 victory, thanks in big part to Jake Harper, who finished with 144 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Colt Redding added 92 yards rushing and a touchdown on the ground, and also 85 receiving yards for 2 more scores. Redding, the son of head coach George Redding Jr., fired the game-winning 2-point conversion pass to wide receiver Zayden Cruz to end the game in the 3rd overtime. The game was also another highlight reel for Russellville Jr. running back Cam Finney, seen here scoring on 4 amazing runs. He finished the night with 231 yards rushing on carries. Unbeaten Fairview improved to 4-0 in Region 7, while Russellville, coached by Dustin Goodwin, fell to 3-1 in the region. Thompson High School hosted Hewitt-Trussville in a Class 7A Region 3 heavyweight clash at Alabaster, with both teams displaying strong defensive efforts and some clutch offensive plays. The Warriors started the scoring by tackling Hewitt-Trussville's quarterback Noah Dobbins in the end zone for a safety to give Thompson an early 2-0 lead. Michael Dujon tacked on a short TD run for the hosts, and quarterback Trent Seaborn, who completed 16 of 26 passes for 211 passing yards and a touchdown, fired the game-winning TD pass to receiver Anquan Fagans, who had 4 receptions for 95 yards on the night. The Huskies scored on a TD pass from Dobbins to Jackson Martin, but it wouldn't be enough as the Warriors of coach Mark Freeman squeaked out a 15-10 win, improving to 4-0 in the region and 5-2 overall. We've got another Alvin Henderson highlight this week, as the senior running back finished under 100 yards for the first time since 2021 in a 46-6 victory over Red Level in Class 1A Region 2. The team had only 13 offensive plays in the first half, with Henderson collecting 76 yards on just 4 carries and scored 3 times, as we see here in the highlight reel. The Tigers quarterback Caden Atkins led the team in rushing with 100 yards and 2 TDs, as Elba improved to 5-2 on the year and 3-1 in region play. The Hornets improved to 6-0 as Chase Strassner and DJ Durbin each scoring to give Chelsea a 35-6 win. The biggest highlight came late in the second half when Chilton County senior running back Kalijah Lucas averted the Tigers shutout with this electrifying 98-yard run for a touchdown as Chilton County's only score. Chelsea, coached by Todd Cassidy, takes on Spain Park this Thursday night in the AHSAA TV Network WOTM Game of the Week. Both teams come into the battle 3-0 in Region 3 and 6-0 overall.
It was a huge Class 3A Region 4 matchup tonight from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, and Beulah comes away with a thrilling victory, knocking off BB Comer on homecoming here at Legion Stadium by a final score of 43-40. Mickey Shadricks along with Butch Barker. And Butch, this game coming in, you thought that Beulah had the big advantage and were the favorites to win this game. They wound up winning it, but I don't think you or I ever thought it would go the way the game went tonight.
No, and you said it after halftime. It appeared that B.B. Comer got stronger as the game went on, and those guys never got a break. Credit with Beulah for answering the call when they had to, coming up with the big plays, and coming out of here with a victory.
This game had more swings and momentum shifts than you see at Taylor Swift in a Kansas City Chiefs game. I mean, it's impossible to narrate 80-plus points of highlights, but this was an incredible game. So much back and forth. You mentioned the turnovers and the penalties. The quarterbacks played such a huge role in this game. First off, for B.B. Comer, Raylan Sims with 5 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. Meanwhile, Demarion Foreman for Beulah, 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and an incredible one-handed interception that we'll probably see here in just a moment.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable big plays. So many in one ball game. Again, just amazing. You usually don't see that many in an entire season. We saw it in one game.
And both of these teams coming in with one region victory, so we knew that whoever came away with this win tonight would have a big advantage in trying to get into the postseason. And Butch, these two teams played hard like they knew a lot was on the line tonight.
They really did. A very disappointing loss, no matter who it went to. The Tigers suffered the loss here at home, on homecoming, but what an effort by both of these clubs.
There you see Richard Weed had a big game. The speed and the athleticism all over the field tonight, and this was a big touchdown pass that kind of reestablished order for Beulah. Then you see one of Foreman's rushing touchdowns. But no Quentin Sims and the Tigers tonight either.
Some good calls by the coaching staff, some mistakes early on, some turnovers that came into play, but the effort was there all night long. Big win for the Beulah Bobcats.